So let's go to this site for our sun.com/passion/March 17. There is orders.csv, right? And I'm going to download it, save the link as orders.csv. I'm going to store into my downloads folder. It's not there, all right? So if I open the command prompt, one I am opening for Hive and another I am opening for writing my commands. Okay, so two windows are there. I go to CD downloads, and if you look at vi orders.csv, you can see that orders.csv is containing some data. First, let us call it as order underscore ID, which is integer. Second one is order underscore date. You can call it as string or whatever it is. And then you have got some timestamp, right? This is a complete date field, okay? And then you have got an order customer ID, and then you have got order status. Okay, as I mentioned to you, order status is pending payment, complete, closed, etc., and we are going to partition it by the order status. That's what we are going to do. Okay, so first step is let us create the table. So I'm just keeping it below, and let us create the table. One is order ID, and then let us use order date and then order customer ID. So what I'm going to do is that create table orders, right? And inside the orders, I'm going to have order underscore ID, which is of integer, right? And then I have got order underscore date, which is type string or big int or date, whatever you like. And you have got order underscore customer ID, order underscore customer underscore ID, which is of type integer, and you have got order underscore status, which is of type string. So we are creating the orders table as usual, right? And then what are the fields that you need to what are the things that you need to write? Row format.
Maybe we need to go to Hive, right?
Oh, yeah, sorry. I'm sorry. Thank you. Copy. And then Hive. Yeah. Make sure it's not existing. I deleted earlier. Yeah. And then Control L. Yeah. And then paste. Row format. What is that? Delimited by? Row format delimited. What is the command? Fields. It should be in your fingertip. Fields terminated by
lines terminated.
And then lines terminated by a new line stored as text file. Correct? We have already seen that. Row format delimited, fields terminated by, lines terminated by new line, stored as text file. Okay. Did you write any partition information? Nothing. Okay. So listen first. Okay. So we are creating the table. Right. Next. Load data. Local in path /home/cloudera/downloads/orders.csv overwrite into table orders, right? Describe formatted orders. Everything is there. Manage the table. It went to the user/hive/warehouse. all that we have seen already, right? And now if I write a select star from orders, it should give me all the data, right? So huge, big table, considerably big table, right? 68,883 rows are there, right? Select star from orders where order underscore status equal to or like pending. What it will tell me? It will tell me all the details whether the status is pending, right? And if I do a count star, this is just a fetch, but if I do an aggregation here of count star, then the things are in trouble. It is going to read the entire table from the partition, because while the MapReduce is getting executed, let's go to the other window, right? And then let us go inside the table Hadoop fs minus ls slash user slash hive slash warehouse slash orders, right? And if you look at that, you will see that entire data is in one directory. So any query that you are writing, as you can see here, the MapReduce is getting executed. It is giving you the answer as 7,610 by reading all the things. So what we need to do? We need to improve the performance of the table orders. This is exactly the questions that you will get in the certification. They will give you a table and the table will be already existing. And the question will be like this: improve the performance of the table orders by partitioning it on some column, or by blah, they will tell you which column to be partitioned. So from now your work starts. So our assumption is already the orders table is existing. So the first important thing to note is that you cannot create a partition table and load the data using load data command. Okay, you cannot use load data command to load into a partitioned table directly. Why? Load data is nothing but copy, just moving. Understand? It cannot be used for partition. Why? Why? Because Hive has to take care while you are inserting data in partitioning, correct? It has to put it into the corresponding partitions, correct? Load data command doesn't know that. So never use, after creating a partition table, the load data command. Then how you will load into a partition table? You have to have 100% an existing table. And we have an existing table. What is that? Orders table. But tomorrow when you are going to an organization and they are telling that create partition table from CSV, what you need to do? You need to create a temporary table first, like orders, load all the data, and that temporary staging table is what you will use for creating the partition. Clear? You can't load the data. So what I am going to do is, I am now going to start our things. First, let us do create control L. Okay, create table, and let us call this table as my orders. Okay, so this is a new table that we are creating, and now you are going to write order underscore ID is of type integer, no doubt. Order underscore ID is of type integer. Order date, and please look, you are repeating whatever you have written. And what is the type that we have written? I think it is string, right? And order underscore customer underscore ID of type integer, right? Now you have order status, and that's the data that we want to be partitioned. So you put the bracket there, and then you are going to write partitioned by. That's the keyword that you should use, partitioned by. And then you are going to write order underscore status, which is of type string. This is the syntax. So whichever column you want to do partition by, you have to write it separately, not inside the create table command. But you may think that if it is not creating the table by providing the value in that first pair of brackets, how it will consider? That is the trick. When you write partitioned by, Hive will create the table with that partitioned column in the table, but it will have a special meaning. Are you understanding? That's how it will consider it, right? And I'm not loading any data here. I'm not writing row format, etc. Why? Because I'm going to load the data from the other table. In the other table, already every detail I have given. So you don't have to write again row format delimited by. No, never write. That is on the primary table that you have created. Okay. So,
So the data will be, the metadata will be fetched from other table.
pardon?
The metadata will be fetched from other table when you are referring that, or is it?
No, metadata we are giving.
Okay. The raw partition.
Yeah, partition, right? P-A-R-T-I, partition. Partitioned by order status string, right? And let's see what is happening. It's fine. And how will you know whether the table is partitioned or not? Describe, formatted, and my orders. Here you will see the difference. And when you look at the difference is this. It has added the partition information now, which was not there in the orders table. Again, please look, describe, formatted. If you look orders table, which is not partitioned, you will see that there is no detail about the partition information. All the columns are coming on the top. Whereas if the table is partitioned, again look at that output, describe, formatted, my orders, you will see that only 3 columns are coming on the top, but the 4th column is added as a partitioned column. See the difference there, right? So that shows the table is partitioned now. Now, we are going to load the data, okay? And the syntax is again very, very important. What we are going to do now is insert, overwrite. Don't use the word into, little bit different. Where did you use the word into? Load data local in path, the file, overwrite into table. The word into will not come here. Insert, overwrite. Okay. Table, my orders, that's a table. And then you have to write the word partition, because you have to tell which table, which column you are partitioning one more time. And you are going to tell that the partition column is order underscore status. You need not to tell order status is of type string. Why? Because that is already been provided. So insert, overwrite table, my orders, partition is order status. And how it should be inserted? As, don't write the word as, select, okay, order ID, comma, order underscore, what is that, date, comma, order underscore customer underscore ID, comma, order underscore status. Very, very important here. Luckily, order underscore status is the last column in our example, correct? Assume that order underscore status is not the last column, second column. What you could have written? If order underscore status is the second column, you could have written select order ID, comma, order underscore status. Correct? Are you getting my question? In the orders table, order underscore status is which column? Last column. If it is the second column, what could have you written?
The same.
You could have written the same. The reason is, this is very, very important, and it will create a lot of mistakes. Whatever you are writing here as partition, that column must be the last column. Please remember that, okay? If your partition is by order ID, you will write order ID as the last column. Why? Can you guess why? that when that insert operation is happening, Hive will keep that last column as the partition column and then it will do the magic. Understand? It needs the last column to be available. Very, very important. Assume that you created partition by 2 columns. Let us say order underscore status and order underscore date. Then you will write order underscore status, comma order underscore date in the same order of how you wrote it here.
But then when you're fetching it, will that be in the same order? Okay.
It will all, that is controlled by your select.
Yeah, I'm saying like even in case just select star if I give it will be.
It will be in the normal order. Okay. So order underscore status, that's the most important thing. The partition column should be the last column. And now one more trick which you don't normally see in the books, which is very, very good. Okay, from orders table. Okay, from orders table is as usual, right? Because you are going to copy it. Remember, who are familiar with the SQL will make a lot of mistake here. One, they will write inside overwrite into. Another, they will write after this as select. No, there is no as. Okay, in normal SQL that will be there. Okay, create table as select star from. Right now, okay, so order status. Okay, now there is one more thing I would suggest you to write, where write order underscore status is not null. The reason why you are writing is that assume by mistake one of the order status is null in your original orders table. What happens? Your entire partitioning will go mad. And whenever you are doing the partitioning column, until that null value, the partitioning will occur. After that, it will stop completely. So if you write where order status is not equal to null, it will skip even if there are null values. It's a very good approach or a good programming style of creating the partitioning. So always put whatever partitioning column you are writing as null. And since this is a this one is null, will handle any of the miscrepancies or discrepancies in the data.
So there is no null handling function you can write?
What null handling? No, you can't do anything here because that is a partitioning function.
Right.
In the MapReduce, you can't control it.
Okay, but I'm just saying if it is null, use the default value.
How? No, not possible.
Okay.
Yeah, there is no such mechanism. Correct? Alright, now you see what is happening, and a beautiful MapReduce is going to happen completely different from the way in which you have seen. Let's see how it is going to happen now. Okay, so I'm going to do the insert overwrite now. Okay, and see what is happening. Good. I told you some errors will come, and we will correct it. I want intentionally that error to come before setting it. Okay, so what is that telling? Dynamic partition strict mode requires at least one static partition column. To turn this off, set hive.exec.dynamic.partition.mode equal to non-strict. By default, partitioning is strict and Hive does not allow you to do any partitioning. You have to explicitly write a set command in order to do your partitioning, loading of the data. This is again, most people will forget, but you don't worry, even if you forget, you will get this message. And the moment you see this message, what you need to do? Just copy this from the set onwards. Copy and then paste. Okay, before doing that, I am just removing that word non-strict. Okay, if you want to know what is the current value of this, don't write a get. Okay, there is no get in Hive. Write set without any value. If you write the variable without any value, it will tell you what is the value. Look, it is strict. And what we are going to do? We are going to make it as non-strict.
Is there any default partition?
Which one? Yes. Per node, default partition is 100. 100 directories per node. You can change it by increasing the number to 400 or 500. Okay, there is again a variable. You can search it. Okay. Alright. Once you write non-strict, yes, it won't give you any error. Even if you make a spelling mistake here, it won't give you error. Why? Because it is an environment variable value. Understand? So don't make any mistake when you're writing it. If you write instead of non-strict, no strict, for example, it won't give you an error. When you are trying to write the insert command again, you will get this error. Right? Okay. Now let us go to our insert override. Same command I am repeating. What is that? Select order ID from orders, and where order status is not equal to null. Okay. Previously you were getting the error. Now we set the dynamic partition mode equal to this one, and now you see the map reduce is kickstarted, right?
So without that set option, it is allowing to create the table.
Yes.
Not inserting.
Not inserting. Okay. Because map reduce controls that. The program controls it. So before that, it will check whether the program is allowing you or not. Okay. Look at that. Something is going to happen now. Did you see that messages that were happened? If I go back little bit, look at that. Because now you told that load the data by partition. So MapReduce now knows, and you gave that last column. If this is coming, that means you have done it right. Okay. Now, let's see. Okay. But before I am going there, do you remember that we did a select count star from orders?
Yes.
Okay. So let us go to the browser, and in the browser, let us go to localhost :8088. What is this port? Anybody? MapReduce port. And when you look, yes, there is a select count star. Don't look at the insert override. There is a select count star where order status equal to pending, right? This is the query that we have executed. I'm clicking on this query. And what I'm going to do is that inside this particular query, let me find out where it is. Always I will get a problem here. No, not this. Yeah, I'm going to look at, is it history? Yes, I'm going to look at the history, and then I'm looking at counters, and I'm going to come here, MapReduce framework, number of input records, map input records, 68,883. Entire table was scanned. I told you, no?
Yes.
That billion rows entire table was scanned. Okay, good. Now we are coming to the query here, right? And we are going to coming to the query here, and we have created the partition now, right? And now let us do the same query. Control L. What was that query? Select star from count star from order stat equal to pending. But this time, what we are going to do? We are going to do it from my orders where order status equal to pending, and then press enter. Okay. You will not see much difference when you look at the execution time in Cloudera. Okay. Previously, it might have taken 1 second or 2 seconds. You will see 1.2 seconds. You will not see. But in the real environment where you are having this kind of data, you will see the difference is, in my experience with this, 8 hours was reduced into 22 minutes. 8 hours to 22 minutes. And the whole Cloudera and Hortonworks was customer of SBI. Okay. This is how the people are doing. Okay, I got the result, 7,610. What you need to observe is, let's go to this one. Okay. Again, the previous query, 68,883, correct? And then you go back and go to the home page again. Okay. Where is the home page? Oh, sorry. Localhost 8088, right? Localhost :8088. Press enter. And look at the last one. See? Count star from the new table, right? And then click on this and then look at the history. You won't be seeing history in the Mac, okay, because we have not started the history server. And now you look at the counters and then map input records. If you come down and look at the same as in 7,610. Why? Because it was partitioned. Because you know already pending is 7,610. So it has exactly read that. Now, another important thing. Let's go to the command prompt. Sorry. Let's go to the command prompt here. Hadoop fs -ls /user /hive /warehouse /my orders. What do you expect? This is the power. What happened? It has created that many directories depending upon your partitioning column. And then it has kept the data. So the moment you write the query where order status equal to pending, directly it went there. And that is 7,610 rows. Right? And now finally, Question is not complete. Certification question is not complete. What was the certification question? Improve the performance of orders. They did not tell you to create my orders. This is again the next mistake that you will do. After that, everything is done, you will come out, right? So what you need to do is you have to go back. This is for the people who are writing certification, and you have to go to the Hive. And what I am going to do is Control L. Okay, alter table orders, rename to orders underscore backup. Orders table I am renaming. Orders table is not partitioned. Good. Alter table my orders to now your orders table is changed. Clear? Now you will get the full grade. Any step gone?
Just in case, take me back up so that you can in case load again.
Yeah, in case load, otherwise you will have to drop it.
Okay.
Why to drop?
Let's say now we just do a select star using the partition. It will take more time because it's partition.
No, it will be efficient.
No, I'm saying just select which only not that.
No. It will be very fast.
It will be fast.
Yeah.
Because it's partition.
Oh, you are telling about a select star without any. No, I say almost same, right? Because maybe it may be a little bit more time. Why?
Yeah,
Because
that's
of
what I think.
directory scanning is also happening. I have not checked it.
Okay.
You may have to do, but means that's not the use case at all.
Yeah.
You won't do that, right?
One question.
Ah.
So we are filtering out the null values, null status.
Yeah.
I understand it cannot create the null directory, so that is the reason we have to filter.
Yeah.
But some cases they ask, just give me only the null status
Ah.
records.
Ah.
In that case, how can I do that?
That's just a select. You can't do a partition there. No. Partitions won't help. You can if you want to do the partitioning.
Rename some.
Yeah, something like that, right? So many tricks are there. The database tricks apply the same thing. Okay. Two things you have to do. First, you do exactly this orders example that I have given you, and then the next question is, please look here. In the foroursun.com, okay, the same directory, March 17, okay, www.foroursun.com/passion/March 17. Please look at this. Orders.csv is one that you need to do, and there is a population.csv, okay, and I will show you that population.csv. Population.csv contains the data that I have explained to you in my example, okay. Just created a sample file for you, and as you can see, city, state ID, state name, county name, and population, right? I want you to partition by state ID. Okay, so two examples. One is orders, which I have done, and then this population. Please do both so that you will be crystal clear with the concept.